Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. It is the Sunday edition. This is the TAO-Trifecta edition of the Tao Manifesting Tarot. I do this every Sunday. What I do is I take a look at the energies for the week ahead, the potentials for you in terms of health, wealth, and happiness. I think those are three pretty important areas of everybody's life. And so we'll take a look and find out what exactly is being energized, what's possible to you. Remember, in all of this, you can choose to join in or get out. Doesn't make any difference. You don't have to follow up on these energies. But if you do, I think you're going to see benefits in the areas that we talk about, that they're assigned to. So let's take a look at your week ahead in terms of energy, and let's see what we can do to help you in terms of manifesting. Alrighty, so we got three cards as you see on the screen. The card on the left, Loyal Heart, that's the first one. That deals with health. Loyal Heart, Loyal Heart. Well, you would think about being with somebody else, and indeed that may be true. It's important for us to have our social contacts in terms of our overall health and wellness. So it could be that connecting with somebody, or maybe reconnecting with somebody, that's very possible. And they would have a positive impact on your health. So in the week ahead, look at that as a possibility. From a manifesting point of view, for me, the Loyal Heart is you connecting your mind, your body, really focusing on you being the best that you can be to you. Now, that's not in a narcissistic way. It's in a very positive way. Narcissists don't like themselves, and so they have to go out and bully everybody else. Because if they make you feel worse, they think it's going to make them feel better. It doesn't. But that's not what's driving them. What we're talking about here, the Loyal Heart, you being loyal to you. Make sure that you have a good set of values. Make sure that your health plans are really honest and really benefit you. Take a look at what it's taking to keep you healthy or to get you healthy. What would it take? Be loyal to yourself. That might mean to have to make some differences, and that's the card in back. That's the clarifier. It's from the vice versa deck. And what we're looking at is the Hierophant. It's your belief system. It's group identification. It's rules. This is oftentimes called the Pope of the Tarot, the Hierophant. And you see you can't from this angle, but he's making a proclamation and there are people listening to him. You make a proclamation about your health this week. You be your loyal heart to you in regard to your health. You make decisions regarding your health that serve your health. Now, does that mean you're going to be perfect? No, nobody is. I have this thing about ice cream that just keeps beating me up. So what I do is sort of allow, but I control it. And the rest of my health regimen I really watch pretty carefully. That may be the kind of thing that you have to do, but you have to be your own pope for your own health. You have to use your loyal heart, your honesty with yourself, your love for yourself in a very healthy way. Giving yourself the best chance at optimal health and wellness that you possibly can. And maybe you need to codify it like the Hierophant. Maybe you have to come up with a whole new regimen. Maybe it's a combination of things that you've seen or heard. You fit your own program together. Always keeping in mind your loyal heart. You are being loyal and loving to yourself, which means You can be loyal and loving to more people in your life because it all begins with you, right? So this week, start to think to put together a plan in regard to your health and do it in a very loving, positive manner. So that's health. The middle card is wealth. And remember, wealth is more than just money. Wealth are things that you value, that are valuable to you. Doesn't have to be valuable to anybody else. Just you. Okay? And the oracle card here is here and now. So, there are little signs, and yeah, you can see them. On the left side, at the bottom here, there's the past. On the right side, on the bottom, it's the future. And the egg, if you will, and the lady are sitting right smack dab in the middle, here and now. Boy, that's one of the toughest things for human beings to do. Be in the here and now. It's almost impossible for me. I am constantly projecting forward. What if this happened? What if this, you know, it could have been better here. It could have been this back and forth, past and future, and you don't live in the present. And the present is the only thing that's guaranteed because it's here right now. Right now. Make the most out of it. Appreciate it. And I think that's how you can get the greatest value for your life. Learn to be in the here and now. Don't think about the past. Oh yeah, okay, maybe if you got a pleasant memory or something, or you can take a lesson and bring it forward and learn from it, fine. And don't project into the future too much, even though manifesting is kind of that. Don't go with any expectations. Go with feeling. This is what's in my heart. This is what is in my spirit. But get there to the future through the present. I think in many ways, this may be the ultimate gift to yourself. Just being able to live in the here and now. Appreciate what you have now. Because it's not going to stick around. It's not going to stay. At some point, it all comes to an end. And when you get to that understanding, that gets to be pretty profound. So live in the here and now. That is your true treasure. That's your true wealth. And the card behind, the vice versa card behind, is the Six of Swords. It means leaving the past. You see them in a boat with six swords, and they're leaving the past, moving towards the future. But what do we have a picture of? Them in the present. Them in the here and now. The past is behind them, the future is ahead of them, but what are we looking at? Them in a boat now. Six swords, six ideas, six thoughts that they're taking with them. But they are focused in the present. And what you can't see on the card is there's a lady in the boat. She's sitting, and she's holding a big chalice, a big cup. Love. Love, 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 love. Again, it goes back to the idea of loving yourself, appreciating your life, appreciating what you have right now. Boy, you can't put a price on that. You really can't. Being in the here and now, it seems so simple, so obvious. And the fact of the matter is that for most of us, it's so impossible. So that is the wealth part of it. Honor, respect, value your here and now. We go all the way to the right. It is the card that says co-create. And that has to do with happiness. Well, you can look at this in any number of ways. Certainly, co-create means creating with someone else. Maybe something else needs to be added in your life. But co-creation, for me, especially when we're doing manifesting readings, talks about co-creating with yourself. Very much like the last card, about being in the here and now. It's that kind of a situation. Co-creation means that you blend your body, your mind, your spirit You use all those parts and pieces to co-create. And when you blend mind, body, spirit with yourself, you can do that much more easily with other people. But the happiness that the co-creation calls for begins and ends with you. We all can make that decision. And the card behind is, as you kind of get a little glimpse of it, the Four of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. Four means resting, recuperating, recovery, solitude. That may be what it takes too, is pausing your thinking. Remember, we were talking about how you're kind of going from the past and the present, the here and now. What this indicates, this Four of Swords indicates in reverse, is you are planning on removing yourself from the distractions, the things that can keep you from the here and now. Keep that balance. So many things tugging at us, pulling us in all kinds of different directions, and the Four of Swords says, guess what, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Take a little bit of a break from overthinking, overanalyzing, because when I do that, I go in the future, I go in the past. I'm not here and now. I'm all over the place. Not good. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to co-create. I'm going to work or blend my energies, mind, body, spirit, by blending my intuition, by blending my emotions, and not overthinking. Because that's dangerous stuff. That's what keeps you out of the here and now. And that's what has a major impact in terms of your overall health and wealth, the loving heart. It's hard to be loving when you're worrying, and that's in essence what the Four of Swords says. Stop worrying. Unplug. Just focus on the here and now. It's kind of a mantra, kind of a meditation that you can give yourself. Here and now, here and now. Focus on where you are right now. That's one of the reasons why the art of breathing, the science of breathing, real deep breath, is so important, so vital. Because when you're doing it, you are focusing on, if you're doing it properly, focusing on your breathing. Inhaling, holding, exhaling. And you do that at least 3 times, because there's something magical about 3 times, and I don't know what it is, but it works. And you do it at least 3 times. You can do it more, certainly. But you have to be focused in that moment. You have to feel the breath coming in. You have to feel holding your breath. And then you have to feel the exhalation of your breath. That idea focuses you on the here and now. Almost better than anything else, because it's very difficult to do that. Even I find myself meditating sometimes, and my brain is off and running. I mean, geez, oh Pete. And I'm off on another adventure, or misadventure, as the case may be, depending what my thoughts are. But when you're breathing, I mean consciously breathing, and again, it only takes three breaths, complete breaths. You do that 3 times for that brief moment or 2 or 3. You are focused on the here and now. And I would say, as I'm looking at this entire read, this TAO-Trifecta, health, wealth, and happiness, I think the key area this week we're going to focus on is the here and now. Your wealth. It is your true wealth, what you have right now in front of you. And every moment through your day. That's the real wealth. That's what you can hang on to and grab onto. And that is the basis of a happier, more productive, more profound life. So be loyal to yourself. Take care of yourself. Stay in the here and now. And don't dwell on things. Use, as an example, the deep breathing, just to center you on the here and now. Being here, being now, boy, that's a gift and a half. That's also the read. Back to our regular manifesting readings tomorrow. But between now and the next time you and I have a chance to get together and manifest tarot together, and I look forward to it, peace and blessings.